Hi sis, I welcome you all back to my channel. I am Aisha. In this video, I will be showing you how to draft, cut and sew this double-breasted blazer. Thank you all for your support. God bless you all. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Stay tuned to the end of the tutorial. This is the material I'll be using for the double-breasted blazer. I have 2 yards of the material here with me, and I have lining. I also have 2 yards of lining, and I have my pattern paper because I will be drafting it on this pattern paper first before placing it on the main fabric. So let's start. I will be drafting the back aspect first. So you come here. So you leave like 1.5 or 2.5 inch here. So and draw your lines for our starting point. So this is our starting point. From there, I'll be taking my bust line, my waist line, and my hip line. The bust line I'm using is 10.5, so this is 10.5. The waist line I'm using is 16 inches. The hip line I'm using, is 25.5. So this is 25.5 for the hip line. Bust line, waist line, hip line. So we have our bust line, waist line, and hip line. The full length I'm using is 39. So let me take my full length. So this is 39. And I will be adding 2 inches to it at the down aspect for the folding. So this is our 2 inches for the down aspect for the folding. So we make it a straight line. So you come to the upper part here. The shoulder I'm using is 16 inches. You divide your shoulder by 2. So 16 divided by 2, that will give us 8 inches. So this is 8. So I'll be coming down by 9 inch for the length of our armhole. So this is it. So from there, you mark it backward this way. You can see. Yes, sorry. So here, this is a, so you come here, you measure 8 inches here. So I should have made use of my tape. Sorry for that. So this is 8 inches. So you measure that 8 inches downward also, and you make it a straight line here. Sorry for this. This is a mistake. So 8 inches here, you measure 8 inches at the down part here and at the upper part here, and you straighten it up. So this is our chest length also. I'll come to the chest line. I'll be taking my bust measurement. The bust I'm using is 43. So I'll divide my bust by 4. So you come here, you take your bust measurement from here. So the bust I'm using is 43. So you divide your bust by 4. So this is 43. So same thing applies to the bust line. So this is it. So at the waist I'm using is 41. You divide your waist by 4 also. So this 41. And at the hip I'm using is 44. You divide your hip by 4 also. So this 44. You can see. So this is it. Come here, you shape it this way. So this is it. For our dart, we'll come to the bust line. So, and the bust palm I'm using is 9 inches. You divide your bust palm by 2. So I have 4.5. If I should divide 9 by 2, I'll have 4.5. So this is my 4.5. This is it. So I'll come to the hip line. This is the hip line. From the hip line, I will go up by 2 inches. From the hip line, I'll go up by 2 inches. So this is 2 inches. So I'll come to my waistline. I'll measure that same 4.5. So this is it. And I'll come to this point that I go up by 2 inches. I'll come there also. I'll measure 4.5. So this is my 4.5. So I'll make it a straight line. So this is it, you can see. So from this bust line, I'll go up by 1 inch. Now this is our back aspect. So you go up by 1 inch. So you straighten that line to meet that 1 inch. So you can see. So this is it. So from there, we'll come to this side. We'll come to the waistline. So now I'll come to the waistline. I'll measure ½ inch here and ½ inch here. So you measure ½ inch at the right side and ½ inch at the left side, and you connect it to this point. So this point. So you connect it to this point for us to create our dart. This is it. So you can see, so this is our back dart. So now I'll come to the upper part here for us to create our neck. So I'm making use of 2.5 inch for the width. This is 2.5 inch for the width. So for us to create our back neck, I will need to come up by ½ inch. So this is ½ inch. So this is ½ inch. So you can just straighten it. So this is our ½ inch. So we come up by ½ inch. So from there, so and this is our 2.5. So from there, so I don't want my neck to be too deep, so I'm making use of ½ inch for the depth. So I will come here, I will just, and this is the ½ inch, I will just shape it this way. You can see. So you just shape it, just give it curve shape like this. The reason for this, why I did not take my neck measurement from this point, is because of the back, so that you know this is blazer and the collar at the back. So for the collar at the back to sit well, so that's the reason for this. So for the collar at the back to sit well, that's the reason for this. So I'll come to this line. So to this line now, I'll go down by half inch here. Instead of me coming down by 1 inch here, I'll go down by half inch. So this is half inch for us to get our shoulder slope. So I'll connect that half inch to this upper part here. So you connect that half inch to this upper part here. So that's how to get our shoulder slope for the back aspect. So you can see, so I go up by half inch here, so and I connect that half inch to create my neckline. So here I'll come down, instead of me going down by 1 inch for normal shoulder slope, so I came down by half inch here. So and I connect it to this upper part. So the half inch plus this half inch making 1 inch. So I already have my 1 inch, you can see. So for our collar to sit very well at the back, that's the reason for this. And the half inch that I'm using, I don't want my neck to be too wide. That's why I'm making use of half inch. So that's all about this. Now we create our armhole. So I'll come here. What you have left here, I have 8.5 inch here. You divide it by 2. So I'll come here. So you divide 8.5 inch by 2. So this is it. So the midpoint, this is the midpoint of our armhole. So from there, so we can just draw our armhole shape. So you can see, so this is our armhole shape, and this is our dart. So and I'll be making use of shoulder dart. So I'll come here, whatever you have here, you divide it by 2. So whatever you have at the shoulder here, you divide it by 2. So I have 5.5 here, I will divide it by 2. This is it. So here, so now from there I'll connect it to this point. You can see. So and I'll go to the down aspect also. You come to the down aspect here, so you measure 4.5 as in our dart. So this is 4.5 and this is 4.5 also. So from there, so you connect it downward. So you can see. This is our back aspect. When placing this on your main fabric, remember to add this 1 inch back to it. So you add this one because we are cutting it out. So you will add it back to it and add your inseam allowance also to it when placing it on the main fabric. So now I will be cutting it out. You can see we've cut out our 1 inch dart. So you can see, so we've cut out our 1 inch dart. So we replace it back to the waist when placing it on the main fabric. So this is the back aspect, you can see. So this is it. So now I will be cutting the front aspect. This is the front aspect. I've drawn the line. So this is my starting point. This is my starting point. This is the bust line. This is the waist line. This is the hip line. So and I've taken my full length measurement. Here I have 5 inches here, you can see. So 5 inches here. You know this is double breasted blazer, so you need to leave 5 inches here. So 5 inches at the center here. So at the center front, you leave 5 inches here before starting your main measurement. So and at the upper part here, I will advise you leave like 4 to 5 inches or 6 inches here at the upper part. So for us to be able to trace our collar to the upper part when drafting it. So that's the reason for this 5 to 6 inches at the upper part. So I have 6 inches at the upper part here, you can see. The shoulder we are using is 16 inches. So you divide your shoulder by 2, that's 8 inches. So we have 8 inches here. So from there, I will be going down by 9 inches. So this is 9 inches. And here, I'll come here, I'll measure that 8 inches. So from here, you measure that 8 inches. So this is 8 inches. So from there, you straighten it upward. This is it. So now I'll come here, I'll be taking my measurement. For us to create our neck, the width I'm using is 2.5. I'm making use of 2.5 inch for the width. So as for the normal neck, so let me come down by 3 inches. So for the normal neck, so I'm making use of 3 inches for the normal neck. So let me trace my neck, my normal neck out first. So this is it, for us not to be confused. So this is our normal neck. And for us to create our collar, you come to the waistline. So this is my waistline. I'll be going up by 2 inches. You can decide to go up by 1 inch or 1.5. It depends on how you want it. But as for me, from here, I'll go up by 2 inches. So this is 2 inches. So from here, I will make it a straight line. So you come here, you straighten it to this point. You can see. So from here, I will make it a straight line. So from this point here, so I will connect it to this point. You connect it to this neck. So you come here. So you connect it this way. You can see from this point, you connect it to this neck. So you can you straighten it downward this way. So you can see. So this is it. Now for us to go upward to create our collar, so we need the neck of our back that will draft. So and this is the neck. You can see this is the back pattern that will draft. We will be making use of the neck measurement at the upper part here. So now I'll come here. I'll take my tape rule. You can see from here, you take your tape rule this way. So you measure it, whatever you have there. So that's what you are going to use. You can see. So I have 3.2. You can see. You can see I have 3.2. So I'll come here. I'll come to this line from this point here. From this point. From this point. From this point, I will be going upward. You can see the way I bend my tape rule. So you bend it the way this line go. You bend your tape rule that way, so you can see it. So from here, I'll measure 3.2. 3.2. So this is it. This is where you stop. So you make it a straight line. So you come here, you straighten it to meet this. So you can see, so this is it. So now, you know, our neck at the back aspect is not straight, is curved. You can see. So our neck at the back aspect is not straight, is curved. So we need to come here. So we'll go back from this point, that we stop. We'll go back by half inch, half inch. So this is half inch. So you go backward by half inch. So let me straighten it to meet it this way. You can see. So you go backward from here, from this point, you go backward by half inch. So this is half inch. You can see it. So from there, so we need to curve it from here. You curve it to meet this. So our neck is not straight at the back. So you curve it this way. You can see it. So you blend it here. You blend it. You can see. So you curve it this way. So you can see. So you determine the stand of your collar. So you can decide to use 3 inches, 3.5, or 4 inches. But as for me, I will be making use of 3 inches. So I'll come here. So from this point, I'll come here. I'll measure 3 inches to this side. So this is 3 inches. You can see. So this 3 inches. So you straighten it to meet this, to angle 90. You straighten it this way. So in form of angle 90, you can see. So you can see it in form of angle 90. So now for us to determine our collar, so we'll come from here. We need to shape it to this point this way. So you shape it to this point. So here I will need to make use of pencil first before making use of marker for me to get my perfect shape that I want. I'll make use of my pencil. So now I'll come here. So I can just shape it from here this way. So this is it. So you can see. So now I've used pencil to shape it and I love the shape. So I'll be making use of my marker to shape it out. So for you to see. So you can see. So this is the shape. So you can see it. So this is the shape. This is the shape. Now for our shoulder slope, you come here. I'll come down by 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. From here, I'll straighten it to meet this point. So you can see. So you straighten to meet this point. So from here, for us to create our armhole. So now for us to create our armhole, you come here. Whatever you have here, you divide it by 2. I have 8 inches. So I will divide it by 2. So I have 4 inches here. So this is my midpoint. So from here, I'll go inward by 1 inch. So you come inward by 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. So from there, I'll create my armhole. So from here, I'll create my armhole. So you can see, so we've created our armhole. Now for the darts, so we'll come to the bust line. So for us to create our dart, this is the bust line. So you come here, and I'm making use of 9 inches for my bust span. So you divide your bust pan by 2. So I'll divide 9 divided by 2. So I'll have 4.5. So this is 4.5. So, and you come to the waistline also. You measure that 4.5. So this is 4.5. So, and you come to the hip line also. So you measure that 4.5. This is 4.5. From this hip line, I will go up by 2 inches. So this is it. So this is my 2 inches. You can see. So I have 4.5 here. So I will straighten it. So you straighten it. You can see. So this is it. So now I'll come to the bust line here. To the bust line, I will come down by 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. So you come down by 1 inch. So you can see this is it. So from this point, so you now come to the waistline. You come to the waistline. You measure ½ inch at the right side and ½ inch at the left side, making 1 inch for our dart. So we create our dart. So from here, I'll shape it to meet this point. So you shape it to meet this point. This is our new dart. So you can see. So this is it. And I'm making use of shoulder darts. So I'll come to the shoulder. Whatever I have here, I'll divide it by 2. So I have 5.5. So you divide that 5.5 by 2. So this is it. So from here, I'll connect it to meet this point. So you can see. So, and you come to the down aspect also. So you come to the down aspect here. So you measure that 4.5 for our bust pan. So this is 4.5. So you measure the 4.5. From there, you connect it to the down aspect also from here. So you straighten it to the down aspect. So you can see. So this is it. So if you want to place your button will be at this side. Two buttons on each row. So you can decide to place like maybe 3 or 4 row. So it depends on you. When placing it on the main fabric, I will be adding ½ inch to all this side. You can see. So you add ½ inch to hit all round. So you add ½ inch. So the ½ inch is for the allowance that you'll be using. So you add ½ inch to hit for the sewing allowance, ½ inch to hit all round here. So you add ½ inch to it. So now I'll be cutting it out. So this is the front aspect of our blazer. So this is it. You need to name it so that you won't be confused, especially this side. So this is the front side. So and this is the back side. back side. So this is the back side, and this is the center back, and this is the center front, and see, so this is it. So you need to name it so that you won't be confused. So now I will be placing it on the main fabric. I've placed the center front on the fabric. This is it. So you had half inch to hit all round. So you will need to add half inch to hit all round when cutting. So now I'll be cutting it out. So this is it. You can see it. You had half inch to the side. You can see it. You can just hold it with pin when cutting it so that it won't shift. So you hold it with your office pin. So this is it. So I did not add any inches to the down aspect because I've already had 2 inches for the folding to the down aspect. So no need of adding any inches to the down aspect. So this is the center front. So now I'll be cutting the side. For us to cut out the side, so you come here. You know this material is two pattern. So there is plain and there is plain and pattern, you can see. So I will need to take the measurement of the plain. So that everything will rhyme. So you can see. So I will need to take the measurement of this plain side so that everything will rhyme when cutting. So I have 12.5 inch for the plain side. So I'll be making use of 12.5 inch for the plain side for everything for the rest. So I will be making use of 12.5 inch for the rest so that everything will rhyme when joining it together. So let me do that. See? I've cut out the main fabric and the lining. You can see this is it. This is the main fabric and this is the lining. So this is the front side. So at the front side, you will need to add some inches to it. So here at the side here, I had half inch to hit. You can see half inch. You had half inch to it. You know this is the pattern, so you had half inch to your pattern when placing it on the main fabric with the lining. So this is it. And here at the side of the front, at the side of the front, at the bust, I had 1.5 inch to hit at the bust. So I had 1.5 inch to hit at the bust. You can see this is it. You had 1.5 inch to hit. The 1.5 inch, this one is, I want it to be free. So I had 1 inch more to hit and half inch for the joining. That's the inseam. So and at the waist, you had your 1 inch dart, the dart that we took out at the waist. You had it back to it, and you had the 1 inch that I wanted to be free. I had that 1 inch to hit and half inch for the inseam. So and at the hip, I had 1.5 inch to it at the hip also. So this is it, 1.5 inch to it. It's only the waist that we had the 1 inch dart to. So and at the down aspect here, so at the down aspect, here, I also add 1.5 inch to it at the down aspect here. So you can see, so this is it. So then you place the pattern on the fabric to cut out the fabric same length. The main fabric is same length with, you know, we've already add 2 inches to our pattern when cutting it at the down aspect. So you same length with the fabric and the pattern, but when placing it on the lining, when placing it on the lining, you reduce the length by 2 inches. You can see the length of the lining and the length of the main fabric. You can see there is 2 inches difference, 2 inches difference. So you can see it. So this is it. This is the front side, and this is the center front. You can see, so this is the center front. You can see it. This is the center front. You had ½ inch to hit at the side here and at the upper part here. You had ½ inch to this side also here. You can see I had ½ inch to all the side and all the side here. You had ½ inch to it, to the down aspect. So and at the down aspect also, you reduce the lining by 2 inches. This is it. You reduce the lining length by 2 inches, but the same length with the pattern and the fabric, because we've already had 2 inches to hit. So just half inch to hit all round. So and at the center front, when cutting your line at the collar here, I want my collar to be this plain pattern. You can see this plain pattern. I want my collar to be this plain pattern. I don't want it in this same fabric, so I need to add it to, you can see I join it to the lining at the side. You can see it. You join it to your lining, so you make sure you join it to your lining. So it's more than 3 inches. You can see, so it's more than 3 inches. You can see the wideness. So make sure you join it to your lining and cut it same shape. So after joining, you can see it. So I had it to hit. So for us to have our collar this way, you can see it will look like this after joining. So this is it. So that's all about the center front. So and as for the back aspect, this is the back aspect, the side of the back aspect. So you can see this is it. So I had 1½ inch to it here and 2½ inch to the waist, same thing as the front. So at the front aspect and at the down aspect, you also reduce it, the lining and the main fabric, you reduce it, you reduce the lining by 2 inches. You can see. So this is it. This is the side of the back aspect. This is the center back. So at the down aspect here, you had ½ inch to it also at the side, and at the down aspect here, my fabric is not enough. So this fabric, I bought it 7 years ago, so it has been long I bought this fabric, and I bought only 2 yards then. So and as for this blazer, if you want to sew it, I would advise you go for 3 yard or 3½ yard, so for it to be enough. So that's why I will be adding this lace. I will be using this lace as pleats to the down of the back aspect. So the center back, I will use this lace as pleats. The 12½ inch that I took out, so I will be making use of that 12½ inch with this lace to create pleats at the back aspect, at the center back. I will create pleats at the center back. And that's all about the center. So that's all about the cutting aspect. So now I will be showing you the sewing aspect. So this is our front side. So let me remove the pattern. This is our front side. This is the lining and the main fabric, you can see. And this is our center front. This is the lining and this is the main fabric. So I've added ST. You can see I've added ST to the main fabric. You add ST to the front aspect from the upper part to like 17 inches or 16 inches, so downward. You can see it. So this is it. So now I will be joining the body together. So this is the center front and this is the side, you can see. So you pick it this way and join it together. So at the down aspect here, you make sure this line, you know, this material is plain and pattern. So you come here, you mash it together here. So you make sure they are equal here. So you make sure they are equal here. So you can just use pin to hold it. So now I will be joining it. With ½ inch. So this is it. So you will need to iron it to open this inseam this way. So you iron it, you open this inseam. So same thing applies to the second side. So same thing applies to the lining. So you pick it same way and join it together this way. So this is the line. So I'll also iron it same way the way I'll iron the main fabric. So same thing applies to the second line. This is the back aspect. This is the side back and this is the center back. So I'll be joining it together also. So let me remove the pattern. So this is the center back. So I'll join it together at the center here with half inch downward. So you can see, so this is it. So yeah, so I will need to open the inseam here. You open it this way. So I'll be adding my lace, this lace that I'm using for gathers. So I'll be adding it to it at the center back here. So let me do that. So you can see, so this is it. So this is the center back. So you can see, so and this is the back aspect. You can see that I open the inseam at the back. So this is it. So now I'll be joining the side to it. So this is the lining. You pick the lining and join the lining together. Join the side to it. So this is it. I've joined the lining together. This is the center back and this is the side. I will be joining it together. So when I was cutting this lace, I've reduced the length by 1 inch. So now I'll come to the down aspect here. I'll need to fold these edges by 1 inch. So I'll use 1 inch to fold it in. See, I'm done with the folding. So now I'll stitch it on this to the end. See, so this is it. Now I will need to iron everything. So let me do that. So I'll be using this for the pocket design at the front. So I've cut it. So I'll be using this for the front side and this will serve as lining. So let me turn it. So the wideness is 6.5. You can see the wideness is 6.5. While the length is 3 inches. This is it. So from the shoulder here, you measure 16 inches downward. I use 16 inches for my waist length. So I'll be making use of 16 inches where I'll be placing my pocket design. So this is 16 inches, you can see. So this is 16 inches. So I'll just come here. So you place this way, you can see, you fold it this way and look for the center. This is the center, so I'll place it like this, so you can see. So I'll be placing it like this, so you fold it, you place it like this and fold it this way. So this is how it will look, you can see it. So this is it. So let me do that. This is it, you can see it, and this is the back aspect, so you can see. So same thing applies to the second side. So I'll be joining the side of the main fabric, both the front and the back aspect. So I will be joining it together now. So let me do that. So this is the back aspect, so you pick it this way, so you join it at the side with 1/2 inch. I've joined it together at the side. This is it. So, and this is the shoulder and this is the collar. So you pick the two collar of the front aspect together this way. So you pick it together this way and stitch it with 1/2 inch here. So let me do that. So after stitching, you open the seam and iron it. So you open it this way. So let me do that. So this is the neck of the back aspect. You can see this is the neck. So you bring this front aspect, so you bring it this way. So make sure it's equal at the center here. You can just use your pin to hold it. From here, I will be placing sewing on it this way. So let me do that. So you can see, so this is it. Same thing applies to this second side. You sew it same way. See, so this is it. So we need to notch it all around for it to lay. So you can see, so this is it. So we notch it all around for it to lay. So this is it. So let me do that. You can see, so this is it. So you can see, so this is it. Same thing applies to the lining. Okay, so this is the lining. Same thing applies to the lining. I will join the lining together at the side, but when joining it at the side here, so I will need to leave like 4 inches on sew. So I won't sew like 4 inches, so I will leave 4 inches. That will be the side I will use in turning it to the front if I want to add my sleeve to it. So that's all about the lining. So let me join the lining first. After then I will be joining it together with the lining. So let me do that. Now this is the main fabric and this is the lining, so I will need to turn it with it now. So I'll place the lining on the main fabric. So you place it this way. So you place it like this. You can see, make sure the neck meets, make sure this neck meets at the center here, and use your office pin to hold it together. So you can so I'll come to the down aspect this way. So I'll fold the down aspect in first with the lining. You fold it at the down aspect first with the lining. So you can see I stop here. So now from here, for us to turn this side in, so you bring it this way. So make sure this side and this side meets. You bring it this way, so you can see. So for us to turn this side in, so you bring it here, you bring it this way, you bring it like this. Make sure this side and this side, you can see this and this side, make sure it meets. So I'll come here, I'll place it like this, and I can just start my sewing from somewhere. So I'll start my sewing from here. See, so this is it. You can see it. You make sure everything is laid. You can see it. So this is it. So now I'll be turning the remaining parts. So I'll turn it to the back this way. So I didn't finish the sewing at the down aspect, you can see. So now I'll finish it. I'll sew it to the down aspect, you can see. So you fold it this way. So you start your sewing from where you stop. So and sew it to the down aspect this way. The same thing applies to the other side. So I'll sew it same way, you can see. So let me, so you can see. So you can see it. So this is it, you can see it. So now I will need to sew it all round from the neck side. So I'll come back to the neck. You come to the center neck where we hold with pin then. So you sew it all round from here. So you can see. So there's the lining and there's the main fabric. So I will be sewing it all around from the center point here. So same thing applies to the second side. So you start your sewing from here also, you sew it downward. So this is it. So let me do that. So after then I will be showing you the look. So I'll come back to the neck. You come to the center neck where we hold with pin then. So you sew it all round from here. So you can see. So there's the lining and there's the main fabric. So I will be sewing it all around from the center point here. So same thing applies to the second side. So you start your sewing from here also, you sew it downward. So this is it. So let me do that. So after then I will be showing you the look. This is the final look of our blazer. I have a video on how to cut and sew the sleeve. I will be dropping the link in the description box below. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Watch out for my next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.